which we cannot take seriously.
You take a claim and you don't take it seriously, but I'm still going to say it. Estimated.
No, but Christians come around and they say the same things to us.
Estimated 300 million Hindus or Indians were put to the sword over a 500-year period.
Right. It is impossible.
كن سعيدا كن فريدا عش بفخر في الحياة لا تبالي فالمعالي بالتحدي.
Beats the wife, breaks her leg, pokes her eye out. No divorce. I'm just giving you 2 examples of barbarity. Wait. Can I finish? Excuse me. Can I finish? Wait. Excuse me. If you lived in a country like this Christian country, and you have a wife, and they're going to be what? Applying the Christian law to you as well, right? Because I'm going to live in that law. Imagine that law says it's applicable to everyone, right? And they said what? No divorce. So you butter your wife so badly, and your wife wants to come out of your bondage of marriage. She can't. She has to tolerate your barbarity, your cruelty, and live. And you would want to live in a society like that. Maybe you would, but your wife wouldn't. Your mom wouldn't. Your sister wouldn't. No, sorry. I apologize. I wanted to make it personal, but I do apologize. I understand some people. Okay, I apologize. Right? Good. You see, our womankind would not want to be in a society run by this Christian law of no divorce. In a Christian law, do you know how the role of the woman is? Just to understand, you bring you some examples. The wife must submit to the husband like unto the Lord. Just like you worship God, they have to listen and submit to her husband like that. So if, you know how people submit to God, conditionally or unconditionally? Unconditionally. If God says, pray, if you're faithful to him, you pray. So if the similarity is there with the husband, and the husband says, lift to the wife, lift one leg up and back like a dog, she has no option but to back like a dog with one leg hold up. Because according to the Bible, it says, wives, submit. I'm quoting your Bible, listen.
The Old Testament and New Testament?
New Testament. Wives, submit unto your husbands like unto the Lord.
What's the command for the husbands?
I'm talking about the command to the wives. So now, if a wife is commanded by the husband, which husband? A bad husband. Can I finish and they can talk, right? Look.
It doesn't matter.
Raj. This is how I preaching.
What is not hate preacher?
I will demonstrate to you, don't worry.
No, I've listened to his speeches. He's just saying what he believes.
Raj,
that's not
if
hate
a
preaching.
bad...
Husband, love your wife. I've heard Muslims say so many disrespectful things to
Listen, Raj, if you have a bad Christian husband but still believe in Christ, are you saying every single Christian who believes in Christ is a saint? No, they are very wicked, bad people. Is that right? Is that right? No, is that right?
Yes,
Good. So if a bad husband commands his wife to bark like a dog, does she have a choice?
Can I talk now?
Yeah.
Can I talk and you're not going to correct me?
No, I'm not going to carry on.
All right. I don't care about all that kind of stuff here. That's hypothetical. I'm not going to treat my woman like that. I'm an individual. Yeah, I'm not going to make her bark like a dog, so you can't say that to me. Yeah, I'll treat her with respect. Also, another thing is, why is it that Muslims can divorce their wives, saying divorce 4 times, but a woman has to go through a Sharia court? So that's just as bad. So you're chucking stones at glass houses. You're both doing bad things. I'm a Sikh, yeah, I'm in the middle. I don't really care. I look at it objectively. Parts of Christianity I don't agree with, and parts of Islam I don't agree with, which is why I wouldn't become Muslim. I like a lot of things about Islam, about the roles of men and women.
You misunderstood about the divorce law.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say to you, women, for you to bring this up about female kind of equality, about Islam, is probably your religion is not the best one to propagate.
Let's talk about it. So
propagate female.
Hang on. So you talked about...
Because you can kill somebody, you can kill your wife by stoning her if she's adulterous, and you need 4 witnesses.
Wait, who said that?
So, by the way,
hang on. You know what?
It's like...
Rod, you should choose a good thing.
Brother, one second.
In this country, can you go jail for not for with
Brother, please. Right? Ask patience. Raj,
if he can marry, if
what
wife can marry 4 husbands. Yeah, why can you? Yeah, all right. This is one thing I would ask.
You want to know? Fair enough.
All right, I know what you're going to say anyway.
What I'm going to say.
Because at that time, in Prophet Muhammad's time, that there was a lot of females and only a lot of men, and a lot of war widows. What about now, though?
So
what's
again, your understanding of the Islamic laws are defective. If you,
I didn't say I was a Muslim though, or even a specialist. I'm just saying what I've heard.
I didn't say you were a specialist. I didn't say you were a Muslim. I'm saying your understanding of Islamic laws needs refining. And let me tell you something that perhaps you can go and research more. When it comes to marriage, Islam allows the marriage due to the nature of man and woman. It considers the nature of man, considers the nature of woman, and legislates accordingly. If you think that women would prefer more than one husband at any one time, you should expect non-Muslim societies around the world, at all times from history, women marrying more than one man and having more than one husband. History should have reflected that, if that was in their psyche, in their makeup. But what we find is only a rare examples here in certain countries, in India in the past and others, where, like, the Indian, how one woman married 5 brothers and so on, and a few other tribes. I'm not twisting, this is history. So if you now examine the world history of marriages, right, you will find majority of the world's cultures, you're interrupting now, majority of the world's cultures,
don't twist the words.
Excuse me, look.
Why can you not marry four husbands as one
I am teaching.
Brother, you can wait for the next debate.
I'll let you talk in a minute, because I just want you to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am not, I'm completely against Islam. I'm in agreement with Islam in terms of men's and women's roles, I believe that, I don't believe in men behaving like women and women behaving like men and stuff. So we're in agreement in a lot of ways in terms of men are built one way and women are built another way, and they think differently. Men are more promiscuous and women probably are not.
What does it mean, promiscuous?
It means that you sleep around or you...
Slow down, because I think you are getting there now.
Yeah, but
No, Raj, please finish, explain.
I need to finish.
Go ahead.
Just because a man's more promiscuous, it doesn't mean that you allow him to be promiscuous.
Carry on.
So
tell me when you finish, I'm listening.
You're justifying
I'm not
a man's behaviour by saying that, just because he's promiscuous, he can't control himself, so I have to have 4 wives.
No.
Otherwise, I'm going to go one to the next to the next.
No.
So for me, monogamy, although I don't think it's, works all the time, it's much better than polygamy. Because you're never going to treat every single wife exactly the same. You'd always have a favourite. Same way Aisha was Muhammad's favourite. And all of his wives used to say that.
Brother, if you don't have patience, then ask Allah to give you and grant you patience.
So
very important.
Did the Prophet Muhammad not have favourite wives?
Okay, let's come back to...
But I'm trying to show the problems with polygamy.
So now, before you show problems with polygamy, now let me go back to the question. Now, in most of the cultures, we see throughout human history. So it's not something that you have to go and learn from Google only. You can go to any university, any academia, you can learn that throughout human cultures, most of the time, marriage is one. Women did not consider to marry more than one man at any one time. But men married more than one. Men had relationship more than one. Even today, the affairs that married men having, non-Muslim married men, for example, behind their wife's back, they're having affairs at work while they're happily married. They say happily, right? Of course they're not happily married. So they have many girlfriends. This is the society. So the reality is then, understanding are you listening?
I'm listening.
I am answering your question, why women cannot marry 4 men in Islam, right? So am I answering the right question?
So can I just...
No, brother.
explain to you what I just what you said.
Please, let me finish and you learn, right? Okay? The question that you have asked is, why in Islam, brother, why in Islam women cannot marry 4 husbands, but men can marry 4? That's what I'm answering. I'm saying...
I know you've answered it.
No, I haven't answered.
You said men are promiscuous.
No, that's what you said.
No, you said that.
Listen. You said it.
No, you said men's behaviour and their natural urges mean that they want more women. Women don't. So
Raj,
you're
be
saying it's
fair.
biological.
Let me give you my response. No, Raj, let me tell you. I said you're getting there, right? You're on the right.
I don't want to hear a whole
Raj,
rant about men's biology
if you,
and all that.
Raj,
rubbish.
since-
a man is more horny than a woman, so a man wants more women. So
Raj,
in Islam, you can have more women.
Raj, if you're really interested to hear the...
But I don't want to hear a long,
Excuse me.
theological kind of like
Raj.
Just give it.
I find you are very impatient.
I'm gonna shut off because I don't want to hear rubbish. I just want to hear
Rubbish?
Yes.
So what I'm explaining is rubbish.
Yes. Because you
Look
said
at the arrogance.
you said the same thing over.
Is that a fake sincerity in your question?
In 50 different ways.
Excuse me.
Were
you sincere in your question?
It's very simple.
Raj,
Men are more promiscuous.
No, that's not your point. That's not my point.
That's the basic thrust of it.
Okay.
So I don't want
Can
to
I
hear
answer?
about biology and
Can I answer?
this and that and that. Just be genuine and tell
Excuse me.
me.
Listen. Raj.
I haven't got time to hear all that.
Raj.
That's
Were you
I'm not trying to-
sincere?
I'm not trying to convert anyone.
Excuse
I
me.
like this guy.
You know, Raj. Were you?
And your son as well.
Raj, were you sincere in your question?
What's that?
Were you sincere in your question?
Yeah, of course I am. I
Good.
don't understand Muslims.
Good. So allow me
mentality.
to briefly, without any interruption,
You've
then.
gone on for like 20 minutes about the
Subhanallah,
same
you're
topic.
interrupting me right now
You've
as I
answered
speak.
it. You've
As I
answered
speak.
it.
Listen, I haven't. So allow me
Men
to
are
finish.
promiscuous, so what more women?
You know what? You ask me a question and you answer it yourself. No wonder you didn't never learn.
Well, let me ask this guy here.
No.
I like this guy, so bring him in. Come on, because I actually like
Do
him.
you really think, Brother Adnan, Rashid, that he's going to listen to your answer when he's not even listening to my
I
answer?
watched a lot of his videos, and I
Do you
think
see
he's
that?
a very, very genuine guy.
Do you see this?
I think he's a reasonable guy. Do you
He's
not
not
like his-
reasonable. He's talking about the same thing for 50 minutes.
He's not allowing me
I don't
to
wanna
finish
hear
my
it.
statement.
He's one of the most reasonable people
No,
in the
what I'm
world.
trying to say to you is that I don't.
You didn't even hear what I
He's
said.
going on about
You didn't even hear what I had to say.
And he's
Muslim.
elaborated on it so much that I don't even know what he's talking about.
What-
I
what's
just want to
the
hear the
question?
basic thrust.
Question
Why
is,
can men have four?
why men cannot marry four
and women
husbands?
only one?
Why men?
Can have four wives and women only have one.
Simple answer. $1 million answer. Because God says so. Simple. Because we believe in God. Wait,
No.
let me
Where?
explain.
Where? Show
We
us
believe
where.
in God. We believe in God. I'm talking to him. If you want to talk to him, talk to me, stand there and talk to me.
I don't need to.
Okay, then be quiet.
Show us the hadith in the Quran.
So, we believe in God. We have no doubt that God revealed the Quran. In the Quran, God allows certain things and He disallows other things. We follow what He allows when we can, however we can, and we do not follow what He disallows. Simple as that.
Is that blind faith?
We blind follow God, yes.
But you're saying you'd follow.
No, we blind follow. We don't blind follow humans.
What is it?
We blind follow God because we believe
What's your
God.
first name again?
Adnan.
Adnan.
Yeah. So do you understand my answer?
but
That
he's-
we believe God is the creator, and because He's the creator, He's powerful. He's very, very powerful, immensely wise. These are the two qualities God has, definitely. If not others, these two definitely, because He's the one who created the universe, and to create this
But that's
universe,
not what
He
his
needs
answer was.
immense wisdom.
was blind.
His answer
can be different. His answer can be different.
Let me say what his answer
He's
is
an
so you can
individual.
elaborate on it.
I didn't even finish my answer.
He's
If
Be
you
fair,
listen to
be
him,
fair,
it don't even make
Raj,
sense.
Raj, be fair. His answer is, well, I haven't even finished my answer. Why are you even saying his answer
I
was
can't
this?
stand it for 50 minutes.
No, Raj,
If you give him a chance.
Raj,
I've got to go,
listen.
man.
Raj,
I can't stand it. Skewers.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you confirmed that.
We heard it, man. We'll watch it back.
You know what?
We heard
It
You didn't say
is.
those words, but
Listen,
men are more
Raj,
carnal.
You
So
are
they
so
They
unfair.
want more sexual
So
desire.
unfair.
Do you
That's
understand,
what he
Raj?
said.
What he's doing now, what Mansoor is doing, he's trying to rationalize the commandments of God. We know what God commanded. We know what God commanded. And we believe that God commanded that. We
God didn't
firmly
command that.
believe that God commanded that. Right? Okay?
So what
And
for
now,
women's
now,
promiscuous?
now, if you ask why did God command that, this is where Mansoor comes in. He's rationalizing why God may have commanded X, Y, and Z. So he's rationalizing why there are reasons as to why men are different to women.
Can I just say something? I don't want to become. Before I go on, I apologize if I come across as rude. But the thing is, I don't care about theology. I just want to know, is it a good idea or a bad idea? I think it's a
How
bad
do you know it's a good idea, bad idea?
it's
How
a
do you
bad-
know?
I'm trying to look at things objectively. Even the Christian religion.
How do you know something objectively bad or good?
A man, having 4 wives,
Yeah.
and a woman only allowed to have 1 is not equal to me. Even though I don't believe in feminism or anything like that.
So you need to know the rationality behind it then.
Yeah, so
That's precisely the answer.
There are biological reasons
Because
why
men
they
are more
cannot. No. If you let him finish.
Or promiscuous.
No, Raj. If you let him finish. If you let him finish quickly.
he's talking
and then
for like
you.
hours.
No. Okay. Then you can.
I need to summarize, but he's not allowed to summarize them for you, right? Man and woman are different.
have it so you count it so it's in 2 minutes so I can hear it.
Good, 2 minutes. Man and woman are different, right? their needs are different, their thinking processes are different, their processing processes are different. So when man has needs, and they show these needs, organic needs, that they can have more needs to women and so on and so forth, like women. This is when you hinted towards promiscuity, meaning what? Being more attracted, more needy of other women. Women, by their makeup, in all times, they like to be, they like to be in one-person relationship, loved by, cared for, looked after, and so on. They want to be one-person relationship. If you ask women, this is what they would like. Excuse me. This is how the woman would like.
I think you need to speak to a 21st century woman.
Excuse me, I have. I have.
I think they can have a different view.
No, I have.
Feminism is on the rise.
I don't like
it's on the rise. A lot of women, they think they are absolutely equal to men in all respects.
I'm in agreement with you on this.
Wait. No, I don't agree with that.
No, but I'm in agreement.
I'm saying women and men are not the same.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not the same. Physically, emotionally, okay, they're not the same. Physically, men and women, any sane-minded person, when you look at a woman and when you look at a man, you don't put them in the same toilets. You don't put them in the same toilets. Why? You have separate toilets, even in the West. Why? Because women don't want to be in the toilets with men, because they're different. Their physicality is different, right? They feel about their body differently, like the men do, right? So the point here is, what Mansoor is trying to say, there are many biological reasons, there may be many biological reasons as to why God commanded this. How do we rationalize what God commanded biologically? That's the question.
But
what
he's saying, more predisposed to kill. So
sorry? Wait,
let
me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. A woman has 4 partners. A woman has 4 partners. Let me ask you a question now. Answer me one by one. She has 4 boyfriends. Let's assume she has 4 husbands.
I know what it is, the baby situation.
No, wait. And men obviously feel differently sexually to women do. Okay, biologically that's true. Biologically, men and women, they feel different about sex. Okay, they see sex differently, right? They want different things from sex. Men want different things from sex, and women want different things from sex.
Can I just say something?
Wait, let me finish.
What about sex?
Let me finish. Let me finish.
What about sex?
Please, Adnan, one second.
You're going to talk about.
I'm in agreement with you. I hate feminism. I think men and women have distinct roles.
Yes.
Yeah, men are built like this. We're built like this for a reason. Men do a particular job. I don't want a woman fire.
We are breadwinners. We have been given
I don't want a woman fire woman coming save me for a fire, because she's not going to pick me up. Yeah. So, but I still don't agree with men having 4 wives and a woman
and that's perfectly fine.
So
there's no problem with you. There's no problem with you disagreeing with us.
I'm not some kind of feminist here trying to defend it.
No problem.
But
you're not a Muslim. Raj, you're not a Muslim. Yeah. We are. I'm a Muslim. Mansoor is a Muslim. There are other people who are Muslims here. We believe God has revealed certain things. And let me clarify very quickly that not every Muslim man is polygamous. Majority of Muslim men on the planet, not even 1%, put it this way, not even 1% have married more than 1 woman. Okay? This is allowed in cases where there is a need. For example, if there is a war in a country, like, let's assume, I'll give you an example. Second World War, men were in shortage here in Europe. Okay, you know how many men died? Why did your I'm assuming your grandfather or your father came to Britain. Who came?
My dad.
Your dad came to Britain. Okay, he came in the 60s, right? Yeah. My grandparents or my relatives came in the 60s. There was mass immigration in the 60s towards Britain. Okay, why? Because men were short, labor was short. They needed men to do certain jobs. Okay, right. So what happens after wars? You have 2 choices. In Germany, for example, in Germany, what happened after the Second World War? Sorry, Mansoor, I didn't mean to come into you.
I know you.
After, I don't want to carry all this weight either, man. Okay, so men, for example, in Germany, after the Second World War, over 1 million German women were raped because their men had been killed. There was no one there to protect them. Russian soldiers came in and they wanted to avenge whatever happened in the past. So 1 million German women were raped, some of them with glass bottles. Some of them with glass. I don't want to give the grim details. The books have been written on this topic. Yeah. So these are real problems humans face. Okay, there are many issues. I can go on and on and on and on. And another point. There will be always on the planet more women than men. There are only two exceptions to this rule today, currently, China and India. In India, why? Because female infanticide is pandemic in India, right? As soon as the parents realize it is a female child, it is either aborted or when it is born, it is killed, right? I was reading a report only in one village in India, one village alone, they found 30 female fetuses in a well dumped, and they died, obviously, okay? So female infanticide is pandemic in India. So China and India are only two exceptions. Now, I'm finishing right now. I'm finishing. Let's assume every man marries a woman on the planet. Let's assume for a second, okay? We still have millions of women without partners. What do you do with them?
So
what's your practical solution?
What if the roles were reversed and there was more vice versa? Would women be able to have 4 husbands?
Oh, we will talk when that happens.
But
we will talk when that happens. Currently we have a situation.
If there's a nuclear war, and I don't know, like 6% of the male population was wiped out.
Right.
I mean, of the female population.
That's a very good question. Now, if there are, let's assume there are more females. There are more males than females. Okay, even then, solutions can be found. You want me to give a solution? Islamic. No, God has already given us a solution. God has already given us a solution.
Yeah, but you're taking a solution about the other way.
As Muslims, I'm going to give you a solution now.
There's not a solution.
I'm going to give you a solution. God-given solution. Yeah. God has given us a tool called ijtihad. Ijtihad is discretionary ruling. Yeah. Okay, when an issue arises, something happened in the society, or something strange is happening, and you need new rulings, then we apply the tool called ijtihad to reach certain. For example, if a man in Islam, it is perfectly forbidden or strictly forbidden to eat pig.
But does that ruling come from God?
Yeah. Wait, it is strictly forbidden to eat pig, for example. But if you are in a situation where you have no food but pig, then you can eat enough to live. Simple. So we have this, circumstances may change the ruling of the time, right? So when new situations arise, new problems come up, our scholars, they get together and they come up with new rulings. And this tool is actually God-given. It's not made up by themselves.
The thing is, I can't argue with you because...
Sorry, who's smoking?
Can I say that when it comes to theology, I don't really get into that kind of stuff because there's no way of winning or no way of actually proving my point against yours. One thing I do want to know is that these guys come over here and they're calling the Christian guys hate preachers.
Yeah. They are hate preachers.
Why are they hate preachers? But I've heard so much more hate.
That is not fair.
Like all over the place, from Muslims are belittling Sikhs, belittling Hindus, belittling everyone, and they're saying the same thing. I want to understand the kind of hypocrisy behind this because they're coming over intimidating the guy and saying, oh, he's a Christian hate preacher.
How often do you come?
Yeah, but this is Speaker's Corner.
Wait. How often do you come to the park?
I listen to the videos every week.
Right. I'll tell you why. Okay.
A little bit.
I'll tell you why. We call certain people hate preachers here. I'll tell you why. These people, they actually go out to spin the sources of Islam and lie on Islam and Muslims to make the Muslims look bad. And they are actually in league, some of them are actually in league with right-wing hate preachers. Let me give you examples. No, you asked me. There was a gentleman here, Jay Smith.
Yeah, I like that.
Jay Smith was in league with right-wing activists. There are Christian hate preachers in America. Well, no, let me tell you can turn the camera around and film yourself if you want to say that.
I think the definition of hate preacher is
someone who is
doing hate. I expect them to say kill this person, kill that person. They're not.
No, you don't have to say it. You don't have to say it.
No.
You don't have to say it. If someone says about Sikhs, they are troublemakers. They are, they can be, of course, they can be, but not all Sikhs. But if someone specifically says Sikhs are a bunch of troublemakers, Sikhs, like for example, 1984, what happened in India, the genocide of the Sikhs. Why? Amitabh Bachchan.
Oh, he's an awesome.
Amitabh Bachchan didn't say go and kill all Sikhs. No, all he said was whoever killed our mother must pay for it. What does that mean? What does that mean? So that's why Sikhs were being dragged out of trains. You know what? By Allah, by chance, I was watching some of the documentaries the day before yesterday about Bhindranwala.
Adnan,
Okay, well,
I don't want to get emotionally entangled about Sikhs.
no, let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. Okay, hate preaching doesn't necessarily mean that one has to say, go and kill these people. No, it means sometimes it is insinuations. Sometimes when people insinuate that these people deserve to die for their beliefs, right? Okay, wait. I'll tell you what. Okay. When Jay Smith comes here, and holds the Quran in his hand and says, these Muslims believe in beating their wives, right?
There is a verse
wait. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. You want to talk about it? You want to talk about it? Yeah.
I'm trying to be objective. I don't know.
No. Wait.
I don't know.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Point of view.
Yeah. You want to talk to me? Do you want to talk to me? Do you have the guts? Come forward. Come forward.
I don't agree with any of the religions.
Do you want to talk to me? Do you want to talk to me? Come forward. I'm here to talk. I'm here to talk.
But the thing is, Adnan, I don't think they're hate preachers. They just...
No, but why are you standing there and shouting liar, liar, liar when you can't even talk to me?
These guys come over...
So stop saying liar, liar, liar.
I was sitting with this guy talking about...
I respect this guy more because he's standing here talking to me.
I was having a private conversation with him.
So before you say liar, have the guts to come and
stand. This whole crew come over. I didn't even know what was going on.
Right.
And you had all these cameras on us.
You know why we came?
And they said hate preacher, hate preacher.
So let me explain.
So I'm trying to find out why is he an hate preacher.
Raj, we have never come here. We the Muslims have never come to the park and said Christians, they do X, Y, and Z. Christians are this, Christians are that, because we know the term Christian is not homogeneous. Wait, let me finish. It is not monolithic. All Christians are not the same. We know that there are Christians who are mass murdering in Africa in the name of Christ as we speak today. In Central African Republic, there are Christian militias going around killing Muslims. There are Christians in South Sudan. Stop filming now. There are Christians in South Sudan killing in the name of Christ. There are Christians in South America who are mass murdering, wearing crosses, going to churches, bowing to Jesus. You know, Catholics. They're doing mass murder in Mexico. Over 100,000 people have died, killed by Christian drug cartels, and these Christians are practicing Christians.
Can I just say
wait, let me finish. I'm finishing and you can come back. Okay, we don't come here to the park and say Christians are mass murderers, Christians are bombers, Christians are terrorists. Quran promotes terrorism. Sorry, the Bible promotes terrorism. The Bible promotes pedophilia. The Bible promotes killing of women. And there are verses in the Bible, if I was to read them, wallahi, by Allah, none of these Christians would be able to stand their ground. No, but we don't do that. We don't do that because we know Christians are not homogeneous.
Adnan, remember, I'm not Christian, I'm not a Muslim. I don't really care about religion and theology. But I'm happy with my own faith. I'm Sikh. What I'm trying to say to you is a lot of hypocrisy in terms of what you classify as hate.
Imagine if I walked like this into a bus.
And
the bus would be empty.
What I'm trying to say is that you're
you know why, yeah?
You're spewing out all this stuff about
because all these gadgets on me.
You're talking about all these Christian atrocities. You're talking about all these Christian atrocities, but I don't want to break it to you softly, but Muslims have committed mass genocide in India. You're talking about 300
Let's
million.
talk about it.
Yeah?
Good topic.
In the Punjab,
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Raj, I want to talk about it.
In the Punjab.
No, Raj, I want to talk about it.
In the Punjab, over a 400-year period, the Sikhs are massacred.
From what time to what time?
From Guru Nanak Dev Ji's time, from around 14.
Right, so we're talking about 1500s.
Yeah, 1500s to the 1800s.
Because Guru Nanak Ji was alive at by Babar's time.
Yeah,
Zainuddin Babar's time.
Yeah.
And then up to what period?
You're talking about the 1800s.
1800.
Until Maharaja Ranjit Singh took control of Punjab.
Good.
I mean, Maharaja
Let's talk
Ranjit
about
Singh
it.
was the first secular ruler.
How many people were killed?
India.
How many people were killed?
This is not my estimate. It's an estimate by a lot of kind of like
Who? Such as?
I don't want to go into names, so I don't know.
Name the Sikh scholars.
It's not even Sikhs.
Name the Sikh scholars.
It's white, black, whatever. I don't know.
No, wait.
What I'm trying to say to you,
No. Raj, until you give references, then it is only a claim which we cannot take seriously.
You take a claim and you don't take it seriously, but I'm still going to say it. Estimated.
No, but Christians come around and they say the same things to us.
Estimated 300 million Hindus or Indians were put to the sword over a 500-year period.
Right. It is impossible.
You're going to talk about the population.
Demographically, that is impossible.
Do you know how big India
Because
is?
no, I know how big
India,
India is. I'm by the
Bangladesh.
way, India is my field of study because I'm studying the history of India currently. Okay, that is demographically impossible for 300 million people
Alright,
to
what
be
about
killed.
150
I'm saying
million?
even 100,000. I'm saying even 100,000. Even 100,000.
It's not a number. It's
Thank
a
you.
point that atrocities
So
happen
your point
is under Islamic rule, under Aurangzeb.
Right. Aurangzeb. Yeah.
Under his rule especially, that
Right.
a lot of people were massacred. What I'm trying to say to you,
Like wait. No.
In
Look,
the Punjab.
I know these claims.
Can I say-
Aurangzeb killed many people. Where?
Can I just say,
Where?
something? I don't want to go into all the historical facts. What I'm trying to say
No, but
to
I
you-
do.
What I'm trying to-
No.
what I'm trying to
Raj,
say to
Raj,
you-
sorry,
hold
Raj.
on.
When you're going to make claims, you have to stand by them.
Hold on, let me just
You have to
speak.
stand by them.
person to tell you about the claim.
Let me just speak here.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say to you is that Muslims always say Christians done this, Christians done that.
No, we don't always say that.
I'm trying to say
We,
you just
we
said
don't
it.
say that.
You just
No,
said
no.
it a while
I
ago.
said to you that I can say it.
We don't.
So say
There
it then.
was a point I was making that we are not hate preachers. Why? Why? Because we can come here and give all these examples. Let me finish.
Yeah.
All these examples and say all Christians are like that. We don't do that. You will never see a Muslim here doing that. That because Christians have committed crimes in the name of Christ in South America or in Africa, therefore all these Christians are like that. We don't do that. But these guys that carry the Quran in their hand, and Quran every single Muslim follows
That means there
them.
must
Wait,
be
let me
something
finish.
in the Quran that shows that.
No. Look,
So
I am a
why would
Muslim.
you have why would
I
you
am
have
a
the book
I'm a
if there's
Muslim.
nothing in there showing
Raj, I believe in every single dot of the Quran, let alone a word. I believe in every single dot of the Quran. Okay, I do not understand the Quran as these hate preachers do. I don't. Because they read the Quran selectively, out of context. They quote one verse of the Quran. We don't. Give us an example when we said to you, you guys are mass murderers because of the Bible.
Let me ask you a question.
We've never said that. No, we've never said that.
Adnan, all I'm
Wait,
trying to say is...
so the
What happened
point.
in Punjab? I want to.
What? No,
Okay.
I'm talking about the hypocrisy.
No, this is something.
Muslims
Right.
saying-
Some claims earlier on. I
double
want to know
standards of
whether your
Muslims
claims
being
are
part of
really.
that.
Raj,
Nothing
the problem
both
is
sides-
there is online.
Both sides, Christianity has committed some of the
We
worst
will have
atrocities,
online
yeah.
audience, Raj.
What I'm trying to
So
say-
I think we should
Yeah.
go systematically.
Okay,
When we have a
okay,
discussion,
okay.
very quickly,
No.
systematically.
Okay.
You made certain claims about the Punjab. I want to quickly go through them,
Yeah.
and then we can come back on another
I'm not
topic.
an expert on this,
Okay,
but
no,
I know
I'm not an expert, but I'm going to give you references.
Yeah,
I'm going to give you references. As for Aurangzeb, there is a recent book out, published in 2017. If you want an objective view on Aurangzeb, not by a Muslim, not by a Sikh, or not by a Hindu, go and read this woman's book called Audrey. The lady who authored the book, her name is Audrey Trush. She was published, and I think it was 2017 January, the month of January 2017. It's a smallish book, about less than 200 pages. It's one of the best introductions to Aurangzeb and his history.
We're
Wait.
We're getting too complicated.
No, Raj.
I made a
Raj.
claim to show the hypocrisy of Muslims, saying that they don't do
Where is the
anything.
hypocrisy?
Because Muslims are always saying Christians have committed
Always, when you say always, even that's
not always, sometimes. I've heard it on
where?
YouTube videos.
And what do they say? What do they say?
What they normally say, Christians have massacred these people,
Where?
converted them there
Where?
in
Where?
South America or over here.
Where did you hear this?
On YouTube, I can't say
Which
exactly
channel,
which
which
one or who it
person?
was.
So
It's
we
many
cannot
people.
take it seriously.
Yeah, so you can't.
So if you,
I can
no,
take it
Raj,
seriously because I heard it.
no,
But
no,
what
but
I'm
where
trying to
did you?
say-
Where did you? Who said
It
it?
doesn't matter.
If some,
I can't name a person to you or describe them because I saw that video ages ago. What I'm trying to say to you.
so
is
one
there's a
video,
hypocrisy.
you saw one video somewhere saying something stupid,
Hold on,
and you want to think
hold on.
you Muslims always.
This
Because
guy here
Raj, what did
came
you say?
over
Raj, you said
talking
you
about
Muslims
hate culture.
always. No, Raj, you made a statement. You said you Muslim always
My
say
vocabulary
this.
can be a bit condemning.
So
that way. I'm
choose
gonna
your
take
words
it
carefully.
sometimes.
Say some Muslims, some idiots.
Sometimes.
Let me.
What I'm trying to say
illiterate,
to you, I
but-
didn't start this discourse here.
Let
He
me ask you a
came
question before I
over
go.
calling that guy over there a hate preacher. I don't know what was happening.
And we stand by
Why
it.
did you not even ask? You should have found out.
You should ask, why are you calling them?
Just to clarify,
I've seen these videos before.
I brought this cameraman, this gentleman. You know why? Because he agreed over there that if the Christians here really said, like, oh, thank God he's dead, he will condemn it. So I said, okay, come, let's find them, and you will condemn them. So I didn't come to condemn anyone or to rebuke anyone. He came with his own camera. He will turn it towards his face, and he's going to condemn the hate preachers who said that. You came along in the middle, suddenly saying, oh, I want
I
this.
didn't come along. I was here.
That's it.
I was here. I was standing here.
So would you condemn? Would you?
So, yeah, he's good. He's good.
Would you, yeah?
I want to ask you a question.
Let me ask you
If
a question.
someone insinuates that a certain people
Like
in
Sikhs.
general are mass murderers.
Yeah, like say Sikhs.
Okay,
I
yeah,
wouldn't care.
like Amitabh Bachchan said about the Sikhs in 1984, and thousands of Sikhs were killed. Innocent Sikh men, women and children were dragged off the trains and burnt. I was watching a woman's interview in 1984. She came to Delhi from the Punjab.
And you're trying to get me emotionally entangled about my people, and you know I'm not going to
let me finish. Raj,
come like that with you guys. No one died from what they said.
Raj,
you can't
let me
conflate
finish,
the-
Raj.
I'm not-
I'm going to give you some examples
I
so
know
that you
what
can
you're
relate
doing
to them.
You want to get me
Wait.
fired up about the Punjab.
No.
Because I'm Sikh
Raj,
and that hurts me.
Raj.
Let me ask you one question.
Wait.
No, but he's talking about 1984
Raj.
when 3,000 Sikhs on massacre.
شع فأبهجنا يا شعلة نور والله يا ديمة خير وعطاء ويمام نقاء كن سعيدا كن فريدا عش بفخر في الحياة لا تبالي